Trillions coming into crypto, and yes, trillions coming into Cardano. Ripple news just breaking yesterday that I think threw everybody off guard. I want to discuss this news, what it means for the trillions coming to Cardano. And don't forget, everybody, do not forget Bitcoin. Cardano is going to supercharge Bitcoin. Wolf of Wall Street's recently recording and interviewing Charles about this integration. And remember, this isn't the beginning of the story. This has been an ongoing story. So we're going to look at all of these things, but I want to start this video by pointing something out on the daily chart on Cardano. If you've been following along, we are in an insanely high fear environment right now with the tariffs, everything going on. There's crazy panic. This is the volatility index on the S&P 500. Record-breaking fear right now. If you go back to COVID back here, we're wicking into that area. What I want to point out to you on the daily chart, this is a weekly, but do you see where ADA is? It's 60 cents. I know if many of you are like me, you're like, can ADA please just trade sideways? I don't care. But can you just trade above $1? But put that aside. If you go back slowly on this ADA chart and we look at the COVID swing low, a very similar high fear environment, ADA was around 2 cents. Right now, as I'm doing a video on trillions getting ready to enter the crypto space and Cardano. Cardano's at 60 cents, holding strong. I'm going to do analysis in this video to talk about potential caution that is not just in Cardano, but crypto as a whole. So please be sure to hit the subscribe on the way in. And let's just jump into this video. We're going to look at charts. We're going to dissect the charts and what's going on here, what to anticipate. But I really want to start with all the news that is going on right now. So here is, I'm not going to show the clip, but founder Charles Hoskinson says, institutions, and by the way, this was February 2025. Charles Hoskinson says, institutions think the markets will go parabolic. I agree. Sovereign wealth funds buying crypto, US holding BTC, stablecoin legislation, Apple, Google, Microsoft, XAI, and RWAs will come in. $20 trillion from institutions will enter crypto. Look at this post from Ripple yesterday. By 2033, and then we're going to look at the first couple seconds of the video. By 2033, a $600 billion to $18.9 trillion shift is coming as tokenization reshapes global finance. Why? Regulation and institutional adoption. Real world assets like bonds and real estate, real world assets. What did we just read? RWAs, real world assets. Faster, interoperable financial infrastructure. Look at this Ripple clip. Big video dropping yesterday.
Tokenization is reshaping financial markets, making assets.
This isn't just a nonchalant video. This video that Ripple released is actually incredibly important to what they are building as a company. And they started the video with Cardano logo, ADA logo right there, reshaping financial markets. Something is going on here, everybody. This isn't random in my opinion. I saw this post. Wait, why is Ripple showing the Cardano ADA logo in their latest video? Coincidence? Or are they hinting at something big? In crypto, nothing is ever random. And I agree. Charles has been talking about kind of Ripple and Cardano working together. And now we see this dropping. I think something very big is going on behind the scenes. And at the forefront of it all, just please remember, trillions of dollars, $1 trillion shift is coming. And, we look at all of these things happening, the Ripple news. Here is Bitcoin news, right? This is, can Cardano supercharge Bitcoin? And just take a quick look, actually, at this clip of Charles and what he's saying here.
You actually have a reasoned method for how do I move assets and people from one system to another system, because the future is meta-chain. Everything's going to be moving around between JP Morgan Chase and crypto and NASDAQ and crypto and this crypto to this crypto, and you're going to have 1,000 blockchains. So you need a system that makes that easy to think about and easy to generate zero knowledge proofs for, easy to do rollups for, easy to build bridge infrastructure, recursive snarks, whatever it may be. We thought about that.
Cardano, everybody. Cardano. This is my thesis as a value investor coming together in real time. And it happened fast, right? Like a year ago, 2 years ago, it's like, what? I have my idea of what Cardano is going to do. Is it going to happen? And now, everybody, we're seeing this play out. We're seeing it play out. And Charles has been talking about this a lot. I posted this in 2021. Cardano, global financial operating system. Do the math. I know it's taken years for the system to come together, but this has been a major part of my thesis as a value investor. Charles has been talking about global financial operating system, Cardano. And you can even just see, he posted this like, this was mid-March. When people ask why Cardano versus Solana and the rest, here's the picture. A global financial operating system in the palm of your hand. So this is starting to come together. And back to this, this is Wolf of All Streets covering this. And shout out to Wolf of All Streets. He's all over the place with the Cardano news. But here he is in February interviewing the founder of Bitcoin OS. And just check this out.
If you look at the Magnificent Seven, which are all internet companies, they're all companies that built around the internet. They're together worth $21 trillion, right? They're worth 10 times what Bitcoin is worth. Bitcoin itself is going to be $100 trillion asset, and multiple projects building on Bitcoin. And some of them could be like things that exist like right now, like Cardano are making a major effort to become a Bitcoin L2 using BOS. So my point is, if you look around you in the
Cardano is going to be bigger than an L2, by the way.
World today, there are projects that are going to be worth multiple trillions of dollars. They're going to be worth more than Bitcoin today, even though they're going to be just a small fraction.
There are going to be projects that are worth trillions. Cardano is set to be one of those blue chip altcoins worth trillions. And don't forget, everybody, institutions. This is recent news coming out. Grayscale has rebalanced its smart contract fund, increasing Cardano ADA to 22.91%, making it the third largest holding. Institutions are coming. And by the way, if we go back, you can see Charles was kind of alluding to that as well. Institutions, $20 trillion from institutions will enter crypto. Do you see what's happening for Cardano? This consistent top 10, this consistent blue chip. I realize price on the short term, a lot of people are frustrated. But for me, I'm just looking at this bigger picture. And we're going to look at price, the volatility of it right now in this video. And everybody, before I do, this isn't a sponsor or anything, but I do want to bring this to your attention. I'm extremely excited about this. I'm going to put this link below. We had some insanely good reaction to this on X, but I posted this on X. If you could only sell ADA 3 times on the way to $10, just like a thought exercise, where would you take profit? $3, $5, $8? This exit planner is just one feature inside the new intelligence system we're about to launch. I'm telling you, the Crypto Capital Venture Intelligence platform has been being built, custom risk models, features like this exit planner. The team is just in the background, just hustling everybody. We are very close to launching this. This is one feature, but I posted get early access and you'll be able to really plan your exits using this exit strategy tool. So if you want to get early access to this when we launch, hit the link below. I'm going to put the link. Just fill in, you're just going to answer a couple questions in relation to crypto. And when we're ready, the MVP is almost ready, you can use this and you can plan your exits. You can visualize what it looks like on the chart, what the total gains looks like, your return on investment, all of this. It's basically the spreadsheet I've been using over the years, but just times 10, and it's only going to get better as we continue to build. So make sure you click the link below and get early access. I think it will absolutely be worth it to you. And I'm just so excited about this CCVI intelligence system. ADA on the charts. Check this out. There is reason to have some caution right now on the zoomed in. But before we even look at the zoomed in, I just want to re-echo kind of what I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Please just remember the starting point of where ADA is. I share your frustration. If we're just speaking very simply, put aside what's going on right now. Like ADA, it's just kind of like, it should be above $1. Come on. And it's not. But that is what it is. It just is what it is. This is crypto. Crypto, it's like that, right? And I've been saying this often. And I remember probably being back here, just being like, ADA and XRP or whatever, it does nothing. And then all of a sudden it does something. And I think we're in that similar story. But for me, it's patience. One thing I want to just make a note of on the weekly is 5 days, 10 hours left. We are at the 50-week moving average. This is a very important area because as far as consolidation and pain and bottom formations go, we really would like to see it above the 50-week moving average. That could signal that the bottom formation could happen a little quicker, not as grueling and painful. And you can get a very good example back here, right? It fell below the 50, it failed at the 50, and it was just months of grueling, just choppiness. It wasn't like we went much, much lower, but it was very sideways and volatile, faking everybody out. We might fall into another environment like that. And it's something to be careful for. But if we can get a break above the 50-week moving average, this could be a very good sign because the bull confirmations are right up here around 71 cents. It's not that far away. So if in the coming weeks ahead, ADA can start trending back up if the markets bounce out of this high fear, and that's not a guarantee, everybody. We have to be very careful. That could be a very good sign for just ultimately a macro reversal that we're really looking for. We can start talking about ADA bull markets, altcoin bull markets again. But right now, it's tracking the short-term bottoming out formation. And if you go to the daily chart, we get a sign of what this could look like. And this is really what I wanted to talk about because I think for me personally, it's the mental preparation of what could happen next. And that is to say, we had a very nice bounce kind of on the daily yesterday, wicking to around 50 cents again. And then we're bouncing out and people are kind of probably getting excited, right? But this could just be a little bounce and then we're falling lower. So 2 things. Right now, we could just start trending sideways or lower. We might see continued upside, right? The 20-day is around 67 cents. The 50-day and the 200 are right around 74 to 72 cents. So we might have a little bit of continued upside to that area, very important area. And if it happens, maybe we get rejected and we actually go lower. This could be a tough process, a tough bottoming out process. And I just want to set the tone for myself. This is me for myself. This is why I do this charting. And I really enjoy sharing it with you. But we could really hit this blue trend line down here that we've talked about. We could see ADA fall into the 40s. So it's just a good idea to be careful because if you look at even back here, it's like, man, come on, ADA, just bottom, please bottom. Oh, yes, it's bottomed. No, it hasn't. It went lower. We could be in that environment. Hey, I mean, we could be right here, okay? The worst could be over, but we could be here. And either way, nobody knows. So the best thing to do is visualize the potential for just, continued bottoming out, right? And I don't know what it would look like, but you can see just that fake out right there and then going lower. We're hitting that trend line in the 40s. It's all over. Crypto's failing. Cardano's failing. We could fall into that. So for me, I'm just waiting. I'm watching. I'm anticipating that scenario. But at the same time, I am anticipating to the upside if ADA can make a move to these moving averages that range like right around 74 cents to around 67 cents. If we can see ADA start closing daily candles above that area, then we can start shifting to a more bullish reversal, bullish confirmation type of narrative on the short term. Either way though, everybody, if you start zooming out on all these charts, I'll just say it one more time. ADA's at 60 cents in a ridiculously high fear environment. The last time we were here, really, in a sense like we are now, was back at the COVID swing low. And so, and I should also note at the 2018 bear market low. So that's where we are. And ADA's at 60 cents. It's not at 2 cents. So these are my thoughts. So much news for Cardano right now. I'm zoomed out. That is important for me. And those are my thoughts. Hit the subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and click that link below to get early access for our intelligence system when we launch. We're going to be building so much in the coming days, weeks, months. So appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.